Hello, my name is Asenet Rivera, and I am with Best Life Therapy. I'm a licensed professional counselor. If you are needing to talk to someone, or if you are in need of guidance, or just seeking to enrich your life, Best Life Therapy is here for you. We can assist you in clarifying your thoughts, exploring your beliefs, and putting meaning to your life experiences. We emphasize on facilitating the client's own process of self-discovery and learning. And this is done through the Gestalt approach. So the Gestalt therapy is experiential and self-directed, learning based, and it's on the fundamental belief in the person's self-regulation, which implies that clients arrive at their own truths through awareness and improved contact with the environment. The founders of this theory were Fritz and Laura Perls. Again, it's experiential therapy, stressing awareness and integration. It grew as a reaction against analytic therapy. It integrates the functioning of the body and the mind and places emphasis on therapeutic relationships. Gestalt therapy is not goal-oriented per se, but our basic goal is awareness. That is knowing the environment, knowing oneself, accepting oneself, and being able to make contact. Now, what techniques do we apply? Well, first of all, we value self-discovery and assume that clients can discover for themselves the ways in which they block their awareness and experience. That is why experiment is fundamental to our therapy process. Experiential is mainly through dramatic enactments that are designed to increase the client's awareness and learning. And so some of the techniques that we apply and work with the client are, for example, internal dialogue exercise. That exercise is done in therapy through role play, and this is consisting of oneself personification, and as one of the characters being the top dog, which is the personality that is the righteous and authoritarian, and then the underdog, which is the victim, the selfless character personality. So ultimately, this struggle of self-control within or split personalities of the person. And so ultimately, this brings acceptance to one's personality. Again, this is role play, and it's the individual playing both the role of their personalities in this aspect. Another technique that we use is the empty chair technique. Also, it's role play. So essentially, in this technique, the individual plays all the parts, and in this way, it introduces and brings to surface any client experiences that conflict more fully. So the scenario that's portrayed here, again, all the parts are played by the client, and so there's the scenarios based on the client's past experiences, where the client feels that there is unfinished business, or that contribute or that continue to cause past experience that continue to cause anxiety to the person, to the client. Another technique is the exaggeration exercise. Clients is to help the client become more aware of their subtle signals and cues that are sent through body language. This would be movement, gestures that attempt to communicate significant meanings but yet there's difficulty verbalizing those feelings. And this exercise, the person is asked to exaggerate movement or gestures repeatedly, which usually intensifies the feeling attached with the behavior and makes the inner meaning clear. Some of the examples of these behaviors could be gestures such as shrugging the shoulders, covering the face as the client speaks in therapy, or maybe having trouble making eye contact and having the sight fixed at a certain object in the room. And so the effectiveness of this study has been proven with these techniques mentioned. For example, in 2021, journal Trends in Psychology reported a positive outcome of clients that went through these techniques and had positive results. And ultimately, it was reported that awareness happens through the free energy principle, which is the individual is able to get through blocked emotions, which creates awareness, and then this leads to synchronization of changing dysfunctional patterns or thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to functional ones. Another example of effectiveness of this technique is engaging an example where body language was engaged. A therapist reported noticing the tense shoulders of an African American woman. The therapist asked the client to express or to tell the story of her tense shoulders. And this led to the intensive conversation about acts of racism that she had experienced and subsequent hypervigilance of her life. So again, our focus at Best Life Therapy is a genuine encounter of person-to-person relationship with the client, which contributes to client growth. We abide by the Gestalt motto: you don't have to be sick to get better. Rather than treating a disorder, Best Life Therapy gives you the opportunity for growth and enhancement. Our enactment methods can lead to high intense feelings, so that is why our approach is sensitive. It's sensitive enough to practice in flexible ways and also incorporate other methods as deemed necessary for the client's best interest.